Thank you, everyone. My name is Sam Sheridan, and I'm currently pursuing my PhD program of research called Fit to Graduate. This is a multi-phase project where we delve into the physical fitness requirements for paramedics, explore how fitness is assessed against these requirements, and validate the necessity for effective and safe performance in the paramedic role. So what do we know? We know that the role of a paramedic is physically demanding, with high incidences of musculoskeletal injury across state and territory ambulance services in Australia. There is a significant gap in the existing literature concerning job task analysis, scientific development of physical employment standards, and the availability of validated physical preparedness tests for paramedics. In Australia, to my knowledge, there are no validated physical task simulation tests for paramedics, and there are limited published physical preparedness programs within university curricula. Where essential daily tasks may be common between ambulance services, there are differences in perceptions, equipment, protocols, and policies. This study focused on paramedicine students as the main pathway into the role of the paramedic for state and territory ambulance services in Australia is through the completion of a 2 to 5 year bachelor degree program at a nationally accredited university. Paramedicine is an increasingly popular profession, but the tertiary pathway may present some challenges for physical fitness preparation of students for the paramedic role. These include a lack of clinical placement with an ambulance provider until perhaps their second year of study, decreased levels of physical activity during studies, and reduced physical and mental health. So when they graduate, paramedicine students may be physically underprepared, which is a safety risk to the graduate paramedics, existing paramedics, and the patient. So using a mixed methods approach, we've completed a feasibility study to assess the feasibility and practicalities of an existing international standardised pre-employment paramedic physical capacity test, the Ottawa Paramedic Physical Abilities Test, or the OPPAT, for application to Australian ambulance services as an occupational task simulation test and as a potential benchmark for student paramedic preparation. A secondary aim was to compare this to the feasibility of using the New South Wales ambulance test or generic predictive tests to assess the physical readiness of paramedics or students to undertake paramedic tasks. The OPPAT is an existing task simulation test developed as a legally defensible physical employment standard requiring candidates to complete a series of identified critical job-related physically demanding tasks. The current New South Wales ambulance test utilises a battery of generic predictive tests and task-related predictive tests, including, for example, a series of musculoskeletal movements and a load carry. The 3-minute step test is a single-stage step test widely used generic predictive test for cardiovascular fitness. The grip strength test is a generic predictive test and simple indicator of overall strength. It has been suggested to be a predictor of capacity to carry a 90-kilogram patient. This poster is showing one element of the study, focusing on 2 outcome measures employed to assess the feasibility of each test: participant characteristics and performance on the physical fitness test, and practicalities of the test for use in the Australian paramedicine context. In this poster, you can view the quantitative data collected. Practical elements within current curricula, such as simulation and scenarios, provide some level of preparation, where equipment was handled and manual handling tasks completed. However, this is perceived to be limited, and it is acknowledged that as a pilot study, the sample size in this poster and research aspect is small, and therefore this data may not be generalized. However, this is informing further research phases as part of a larger project. The results of this study have important implications for further research. The study infers that physical employment tests in New South Wales ambulance are perhaps unrelatable to the physical requirements of the paramedic role, and there may be more relevant tests that are also practical, such as the OPPAT. The OPPAT is adaptable for application in Australian ambulance services. However, current student paramedics may not be physically prepared for the test or role. Further work is needed to ensure standardised and appropriate pre-employment testing specific to the paramedic role are conducted. So in conclusion, this study is an informed main testing protocol as part of a larger study, further inferring important implications for physical employment testing and paramedicine student physical preparation for the physical daily tasks of the paramedic role.